The Best of Both Worlds EP coming out. What can we expect from it?
Oh, boom. This is the cover art. Best of Both Worlds.
Oh, that's cold.
And then, boom, the vocals came in. Lighter flick.
Lighter flick. Oh, what Callis say? The vocals are in.
The vocals are in.
And I know that it ain't promise, but I know I keep on grinding, and my dream gon' start aligning, and I won't stop 'cause I'm on my way.
What up, it's Dometi. This is MTV, of course, and the woman next to me needs no introduction, man. She's a champion, a lyricist, an MC, a businesswoman.
Yep.
What else can I say? A trailblazer, man.
Yeah, a little bit of everything. I try to be.
For sure. None other than Flau'jae, big foe.
Most definitely. The biggest.
The biggest foe. I want to start from the beginning. Tell us about where you're from and what Savannah, Georgia is like.
Man, growing up in Savannah was amazing. Like, it's a place where it's like nothing is like it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like Atlanta, but we got our own thing going on. Like, we got our own swag down there. It's different.
Rapping since 7 years old. When did you first pick up that pen, and who were you listening to that inspired you?
Man, I really would listen to my dad. Like, once I figured out my dad was a rapper, I was like, oh yeah, that's what I want to be. Like, I want to be a rapper. I want to make music.
Let the people know about Camouflage.
Yeah, bro, my dad, he was a rapper. His name was Camouflage. The hardest thing coming out of Pope, like when rappers come to Savannah, you play his song in the arena, the whole arena gonna sing it front to back. So he really a legend in his area, you know. He got murdered before I was born. And so he wasn't able to, you know, reach his full potential, but I always wanted to fulfill that legacy, you know what I'm saying, for him.
Do you think he knew his daughter would be an MC too?
Yeah, he probably did, because he named me Flau'jae. Like,
that's what I was gonna say. Like, your name, middle name, Monet, Flau'jae, Monet. I'm like,
yeah.
You must have known she was gonna be an MC too.
Yeah, he said he wanted my name to rhyme. And my mom was like, they actually got into like an argument about that. It was like, I'm not naming my baby that. Like, she gonna have to get a job. And he said like, she ain't gonna need a job. Like, she gonna be accepting resumes. So he kind of already knew I was gonna be like a boss, for real. I've
seen in past interviews, you talk about the rap game, how there was like a big influx, like these kid MCs who were already kind of popping.
Yeah.
How did you end up getting involved with that show? What was that time like for you?
Let me tell you, like, that was my moment. Like, the rap game was my moment of like, I learned how to be a star in that house. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Jermaine Dupri, you have Jermaine Dupri as a mentor. Like, he created Lil Bow Wow. So I seen the show on my TV, bro. I'm probably in middle school. I see the first season with Mulatto, Lil Nico, Young Lyrical, and all of them was on it that first season. I was like, oh yeah, I need to be on there. Then the second season came. We had J.I., the Prince of New York, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, dang, like, I gotta get on the show. I told my mom that, and then we like tried out for it, did Zooms and stuff like that. And then they told me, they was like, you gonna be an alternate, right, on the show. Like, we got somebody else, but if that don't pan out, then you. Then, you know what I'm saying, we pick you. And I was like, I wasn't feeling that. I was like, I'm not doing that. Like, I'm not alternate. Like, I'm 13. Like,
alternate?
I'm 12, 13. I'm not no alternate. Then they called back, and they was like, we want to interview you. And then I got the piece. Like, me and my mom, we went in there, did the interview. They was like, oh yeah, we need her on the show. So it all kind of worked out in its own way.
Were you playing sports at the time when all this was going on?
Yeah, I was still playing sports, but nobody knew me. Like, I didn't play like on a well-known AAU team or nothing like that to get like discovered. I was just hooping for fun. Like, I was at LA Fitness every day. Somebody on this video comment and be like, yeah, she was. Like, I was at LA Fitness every day playing against grown men, like every day. Barrett Parkway, LA Fitness. I used to walk from home. Sometimes I used to drive, but I used to be there every day playing against the grown men. You know how the old heads be. Don't take it easy on her, like, you know what I'm saying? So I learned, you know, how to use my athleticism and different things like that. So, and I didn't start training until I got to like 9th or 10th grade. So I was kind of late on that side, like with basketball, you know what I'm saying?
You had the rap game, you took the loss.
Yeah.
Took it on the chin.
Took it personal.
Did you?
Took the loss personal. But sometimes you gotta take losses personal to understand your potential. Like that hurt me. Like when I didn't win, I was crying when I walked out of the studio. But all that pain made me go in my room, lock myself in the room and write for months. And then months after that, America's Got Talent called. And now I'm ready, because everything I learned in the rap game house and then I done put it to use. Now America's Got Talent called, I get to tell my story how I want to.
So tell us about the record that ended up getting you that golden buzzer.
Yeah, the record was I Can't Lose. But the record that got me that national media attention was Guns Down. That song right there, when I did that on my audition, like, shocked the world. I knew this was like a different demographic. Like, it's not like a lot of black people, like a black rapper ain't gonna really come on that stage and deliver like that. So I said, I don't wanna come up there and do no pop song or do something corny. Like, I wanna go on these people's platform and make them feel it. Like, I'm about to bring Savannah to LA. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want them to feel that realness. So I talked about my father, I talked about my story. You know, I talked about like if he would have put the gun down, like, you know what I'm saying, how they would have been here. And at that time, it was like so many school shootings and things like that. It was just a lot going on, and that guns down message was just so big, took over the world.
How did you end up choosing that approach to music? Because at this time, a lot of kids your age are fabricating raps.
Yeah.
And you coming from a background with a father who is as thorough and respected as he is, you could have gone any direction lyrically.
Right.
And you still sound wavy, but
Right.
it's always positive and you don't curse in your music.
Yeah. That was my mindset going into that. I was like, I got some turn, but my mom was like, nah, Flau, make them feel you.
Yeah.
She made me, I had wrote a rap, she said, no, scratch that ain't it. You gotta make them feel you, Flau.
Okay.
I spit that pain.
So going back after the show was over with, what was your high school experience like?
I knew I was a star after that. That built my confidence, because I was scared on America's Got Talent. Like, you got Simon Cowell. Like, I used to watch this show religiously. I know Simon is mean. I know he give buzzers, and I know this. I know Heidi. I know all of them.
Right.
So I'm like, bro, I can get them, but I gotta get Simon. Once Simon walked back to me and came to me and was like, I wanna touch, like, you're gonna be a superstar one day. I knew right then and there I was gonna be a superstar. I knew it, because my rap lyrics from where I come from touch him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We're from a whole nother place, so that's when I knew, like, you got something, Flau.
With this heightened level of visibility, though, comes a lot of scrutiny.
Yeah.
And you've had to traverse and deal with that since
Yeah.
a youngin'. How have you grown as, not just an artist, but as a woman?
Man, this is great. When I'm like, literally, this is great, because coming from the rap game, I learned early. I'm reading Twitter comments and I'm like, okay, it's another side to this. It's not just the side that I love of making music and giving it to my fans. It's a dark side to this. I started responding, and then people was like, oh my God, I can't believe you responded. I just wanted you to respond, I love you. So I'm like, you trying to say the worst things to tear me down, but you actually a fan. Like, you know what I'm saying? You just want attention. So I had to realize that, you know, I couldn't really worry about that, because it was really getting to me, because I'm young on national TV, everybody got a comment, like, it was getting to me. But it helped me now to be able to just, I don't care.
What ended up building your confidence in your ability in basketball?
I believe in my abilities in basketball is because of the work that I put in. If I'm working every day and I'm doing 3-4 workouts a day, it's no way that I'm not gonna be confident in that shot I'm about to take, because I done took it a million times.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, in the summer, I make 1,000 shots a day. In the summer, I make them. Not shoot, not shots. I make 1,000 a day. So my off season, I worked and I did what I had to do. Like, so when it comes and I'm continuing my work, I have nothing to care about. So, you know what I'm saying? Because failure is not real, and I can just try again. You know what I'm saying? So that's my mindset.
2022, how'd you make the decision to go to LSU?
Man, it was nobody at LSU, but I wanted a fresh start.
Okay.
I wanted to go somewhere where I knew I was gonna play. I'm not gonna have to sit. I ain't trying to sit freshman year. Like, I still wanna rap. Like, I wanna take advantage of this NIL. Like, I have to go to the perfect place. And God kind of just set it up to where it was LSU. I took my visit to Baton Rouge, and I went down there and I loved it immediately. I loved the people, I loved the vibe. It reminded me of my hometown, Savannah. I love the food. I just love Baton Rouge, like, I just love it. It reminded me of Savannah, and they showed so much care about both of my loves. When I went to LSU, they rolled out the red carpet. They took me to the studio at my visit. It's like, this is where you can record your music at. You know what I'm saying? The tours and the facilities were beautiful. Every facility the guy had, the girl had, or even better. You sometimes it's like you share facility, like, no, everything we got. You know what I'm saying? So I just felt like they really cared about women's sports. And then lastly, Coach Moki, she really believed in me as a basketball player, and then she allowed me to do whatever I wanted to do off the court.
What was your first impression of Coach Moki?
Baylor was playing in a bubble.
Okay.
And she was at Baylor still, she wasn't at LSU yet. And it was the first time I probably had watched like a Final Four game of the women's or whatever, just sitting in the house. I'm like, bro, who is this lady? She's going crazy on the TV right now. Like, you know, coach, she real exaggerated. Like, she yelling at the ref. I'm like, I want to play for her. Like, I
like
told
that
myself,
energy.
yeah, like I love that energy. Like, I wonder what she could bring out of me. I took a chance on LSU because Coach Mogi took a chance on me.
Did you feel that shift in confidence from the beginning, or did it take playing next to folks like Angel and those players that you mentioned a moment ago?
Absolutely.
For you, okay. Yeah.
My freshman year, it was kind of a lot of mental mind games. Like, it's just a lot of things that go on off the basketball floor that you gotta like try to, but it's all about knowledge. And that's why as a player, I'm getting better as I go because I'm learning from my mistakes. So I had to learn to play a different mental game. I had to learn basketball is 90% mental and it's 10% everything else.
I'm sure it was a humbling experience too, because I mean, I skipped ahead, but I don't want to gloss over the fact that you already got your jersey retired.
Yeah.
In high school. So at this point, you're like an elite player coming into this new system.
I had my jersey retired. I probably was the number 6 guard in the country. I had the McDonald's All-American. I went to Jordan MVP and won. I was the only girl that was invited to Iverson Classic. Cause I was mad, like I was ranked so low in high school and I took that so personal. Cause I'm like, it's not 26 girls better than me. Like that was my mindset in high school, so I wanted to make it known. So I came to college, felt like I was doubted. Won the SEC Freshman of the Year.
Fast forward, you know, you come out a champion. You get to actually accept that championship with Big Foe playing. I don't even know if you can put into words, but what was that feeling like to have your passion for rap meet your passion for the court all in that moment?
It felt like the plan had finally worked. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
It felt like the pieces was kind of put together. Dropping the music, having my music playing, I'm holding a championship trophy. I'm like, people are gonna get it now. Like, this is not a gimmick. This is something that I really want to do.
Now the following season went a little differently. You know what I'm saying? You guys fought hard, but didn't come out on the Final Four. But what are you most proud of from last season, from this most recent season?
My growth.
Growth as an athlete or personally?
As an athlete, as a person, as a sister. Because I put goals in front of myself. And my goals was to like help the freshmen and be a leader to them. Like I got to help my team and I kind of stepped into that role and that's something that I needed.
Yeah.
Because I can bring it into this year, and then I can bring it to the next year, and then I can bring it when I go pro.
I love that you mentioned growth as a sister and as a leader. And
Yeah.
one of those moments that exhibited that growth was when you stood up for Angel Reese at that press conference. And I mean, it got all of us emotional because we know what it feels like to see us scrutinized differently than other folks. What was going through your mind at that press conference when you said what you said?
I mean, it was a lot of emotions because we had just lost, so everything was raw. Everything was, I was crying in the locker room, everything. So it was just me speaking from the heart.
Man, on Big Foe, you like, if I'm still doing both, why you asking me?
Are you gonna rap or be an athlete? If I'm still doing both, why you asking me?
Like, it gets annoying because like, they like, which one you gonna do? I'm doing both. Like, do you see me doing both? It's kind of getting on my nerves because I'm working so hard trying to do both, and you still asking me, am I gonna do one? Like, no, I'm every day I'm pain and trying to push this thing through the finish line.
What do you think that comes from? That people's desire to just like put you in a box and want to?
Yeah, I think it's natural. I think it's a societal norm that you do one thing, you get real good at it, and that's your thing. You know, you start to become considered an anomaly when you're different, and that's what I am, because I do both of them at a high level. Usually somebody do something good, and then another thing, they all right at it, but it's never like bing bing, bing bong. You know what I'm saying? So, and I try to push that narrative, like you can do whatever you want to do. Like, that's the type of fan base I have. All my fans are different because, like, I feel like they relate to that in my music. Like, damn, she doing whatever she want to do.
I think you're part of one of the most influential generations of student athletes because of this NIL deal situation.
Yes.
You have cultivated deals with Puma, and I mean, the list goes on and on and on. What does it feel like to, A, be a part of that? You know what I'm saying, that movement right now as a trailblazer? And how does that factor into whether or not you'll choose to go into the WNBA?
As a businesswoman,
Come on.
It's probably like a lot to think about. You would think it's a lot to think about. It's like, dang, I go to the WNBA, I'll be making less, right? But the game is growing. And I'm a competitor at heart, and I want to see if I could play at the highest level. You know, at that part, it's not even about the money. It's not about, you know what I'm saying? The game is changing. Like, teams are, you know, coming to the league. It's expanding. It's beautiful. Like, I just want to add to that. I want to help this game grow. I want to be a part of that, and it's going to be beautiful.
The Best of Both Worlds EP coming out. What can we expect from it? When is it coming out? Can I get a sneak preview? I hope you're pulling the phone out for me. Please, Flau.
I'm actually trying to find my lip gloss because when I say what I'm about to say. Let me show you a little song.
Let me see.
And this is just for you. The camera can't see.
Okay.
Oh, boom. This is the cover art. Best of both worlds.
Oh, that's cold.
And then, I'm going into messages.
Yeah, okay,
it's getting personal. Look. Boom, the vocals came in. Hold on, no, you can't say it. It's supposed to be.
Okay, we cutting that part.
Lighter flick.
Lighter flick. What Callis say? The vocals are in.
The vocals are in.
Oh, okay.
You hype. You don't even know the next
I don't even know what to
question.
say because I was about to ask. All right. Totally unrelated to what you just said. How did it feel when a certain rapper co-signed?
Have you ever connected with Flaujae?
Actually, man, Flaujae, we spoken, but we about to connect musically soon, so we looking out for that. Yeah.
I mean, it was amazing. It was like, bro, like you don't know how long I've been rapping. Like I used to do freestyles, tagging people. Like, please just look at me. Like, just tell me am I on the right track. Just DMing people, and then like to have that big cosign for one of the greatest rappers of all time, like it was big for me.
Well, in the meantime, we got to talk about the music that's already out. One of my favorite records, Roy Woods.
Roy,
you did the remix to
For Your Love.
Yeah. AMF is out with NLE Chopper.
Yeah.
Perfect Timing music video out right now. We already know you got bars and lyrics, but I hear you leaning into the melodies, and that lets me know where you are with your artistry. Yep. I love that.
I wanted people to realize on Best of Both Worlds that like I'm here, like I've arrived, like best new artist vibes, the music is great, my fans are gonna love it, like I'm here, like it's time, like quit playing, like I exhibit the best of both worlds.
The EP, Best of Both Worlds, is on the way. And please come back so we can talk about that thing that we couldn't talk about when I want to talk about it.
Yeah, I got you.
For sure.